Why hello there, this is TNS Victory. I don't know if you could see it over in the top left right when I started, but I was running 144 frames per second just at this particular menu. Um, as you can see up at the top here, I'm running Java 1.8.25. That'd be the 25th update to 1.8. I updated it tonight in hopes that maybe there was something wrong with the Java version I was running, because I updated it when I upgraded to Minecraft 1.8, but I don't know why it's all iffy like that. But I also installed Optifine, and at first it did nothing, but after I had messed around with playing it, well, actually, what I had was I had my max frames set at 60. That was the max it would ever play at. And then I put it on unlimited just to see what would happen. And when I'm not recording, this goes up significantly. And I was thinking, oh, okay, so when I go do this, it's going to freeze up every whatever. But as it turns out, it did not, and it astounded me, and it kept the frame rate. And when I have it on unlimited, it'll range in the hundreds, 200s, and then for a little while before I actually stopped and started recording this, I was in the 500s. And I'm running a dual core processor here. So from what I understand is Minecraft 1.8 relies a lot more on the CPU, which is why many people experience that lag. That's what I've heard. I don't know if it's true or not, but anyway, you have that. As you see, I'm not going to be able to do any 60 frames per second. I'm going to have to run it at 30 frames when I record until I figure something out. But I did find a whole bunch of iron. As a matter of fact, that's all the iron I have left. The rest is on my body. I did make some tools, that kind of thing. I found diamonds, and I went to see how many bookshelves I could create. Well, I'm going to have to go find more bookshelves. Diamonds are still down there in their place. Why not go down there? But what I really want to talk about, or what I really want to address, is what I did to get it, I think, to work, to get Minecraft 1.8 to finally work. As you see, I have 2, 4, 6, 7 diamonds right there. So yeah, hey, we're running almost 60 frames. That's awesome. What I did was I installed Optifine 1.8, and today it's October 30th when I record this. So I don't know if Optifine, I think it's been officially released to 1.8, but as you can see, I have fog set to fast. I think that's what it's normally set to. I changed my max frame rate to unlimited. Chunk loading, I switched to multi-core, and that's when I noticed a difference. That's when it actually started working after I changed that setting, and I just switched back to default not too long ago, and it didn't give me that 200 plus frames per second. It stayed around 100 at that point. But I don't know, maybe chunk loading enabling multi-core for some reason fixed something. I doubt it, but you know, a man can dream. Other than that, all these other settings I left alone. I messed with the clouds, but all that does is mess with clouds. It really doesn't affect my performance. The other thing I did was I enabled fast math, which it helps you to better utilize the CPU cache, as it states down here, and that'll help increase FPSs. So those are really the only things I've messed with, and I got it to magically work. So I don't know if there's a setting like fast math, or my guess is it's fast math, because that's the only thing I haven't turned off and experienced the lag like I have been. So I'm assuming it's fast math and the utilization of that multi-core feature that has really helped my performance in Minecraft 1.8. So my suggestion is to go ahead and download Optifine. Not too hard, just type in Optifine, go to their official website, download the latest version for the latest Minecraft. It should be in full release. Everything should work on it if you want to mess around with it. As you see, I'm running a AMD Radeon HD 6800. But like I said earlier, what I understand from the forums and stuff I've been reading, in Minecraft 1.8, they're relying a lot more on the CPU, which is why people with crappy computers are experiencing a lot better frame rates. And when you're relying more on the CPU, you're not going to rely as much on the GPU or your graphics card. So basically, if you go out and buy a $250 graphics card and you still have a dual core processor like I do, you're going to get screwed. And I'm assuming that those features that the where's video settings, that the multi-core feature, it helps, obviously. It helps with the loading, which I noticed when I was standing still, I would get 100, 150 frames per second, but as soon as I move, I'd start experiencing spikes. And then performance fast math, that's going to help. That's going to help your calculations in your CPU and allow you to put more stuff through. Uh, Yeah, I'm gonna put all my clothes through my CPU. It's going to allow you to put more equations and everything through so that your CPU is being utilized very, 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 very efficiently compared to before. And the other thing people have been saying is Minecraft 1.8 relies a lot more on the Java dump, cache dump, or whatever you want to call it. And basically what that is every what is it, 1,000 megabytes, which is 1 gigabyte of data. After 1,000 megabytes or 1 gigabyte of data, the cache is cleared. And when you're standing still, you're creating like 10, what is it, like 10 megabytes per second or nanosecond, something like that. And when you're moving, you're actually creating 200, which that makes perfect sense because when I'm standing still, I don't have a problem with my frame rate or anything. It doesn't mystically change on me. It's not as annoying. And when I start moving, then I see the effects. So it's obviously about the cache. It's obviously about your CPU and its ability to run that data. And for my CPU, running dual core, it's not going to work as well. So my assumption is they made Minecraft 1.8 for all those quad core users, cough cough, everyone besides me. You can also look at, are they trying to make it so you can play Minecraft on 6, 8 cores? Because I've been looking at a 6 or 8 core, I think it's a 6, it might be an 8 core AMD that's only like $100. I mean, you get 8 cores for $100. That means I can run, I'm assuming at that point I can use Fraps, which is what I'm using to record, and Minecraft, and especially since Minecraft wants to use more CPU now, that using more cores or having more cores available will mean I can do more calculations, get that higher frame rate while still recording. But as my monetary situation tends to be, I'm not gonna have one of those any too soon because I got stuck with an AM3 build, and they don't make AM3 boards and processors anymore. And I'm relatively sure, as you can see, my frame rate goes down, but that's to be expected as I'm loading a lot new chunks. But they say that a lot of the different or yeah, a lot of the different CPUs are backwards compatible, the AM3 plus the AM3, but my concern is my my manual for my motherboard does say, hey, you're only allowed to use these, uh, the Phenoms, the Phenom X2s, whatever you want to call them, that kind of thing. Sempron, Phenom, I don't know what the other one was, but I'm only allowed to use those. So I don't really want to buy a brand new CPU, not be able to use it when I throw it in my computer, and then end up waiting, let's say, 6 months before I go out and buy the rest of a new computer, or to upgrade this computer with the motherboard and the whatnot. And then I find out that my CPU is crappy now, and I might as well not have even had it. I might as well have waited entirely. And I haven't decided to do any research to see what my motherboard would be compatible with the AM3 Plus, which I probably should. Maybe I could luck out, because my build is a great build, you know. I build it myself. I know exactly, probably shouldn't have done that. I know exactly what I need to get it to work properly, because I build it myself. That's not the point. I know I have 8 gigs of RAM. I can actually put 16 in. Actually, I think I can have max of 32, which for $100, ooh, ooh, oh, there it is. That's where it went. Okay. For a second there, I'm like, whoa, what happened here? But, like I was saying, if I remember what I was saying, thanks, game. Like $100, I have $100 motherboard, and for what I got with this $100 motherboard, it is a phenomenal thing. I spent $100 on my processor, and I swear it's the best dual core I could possibly get, and I can overclock it. You know, it's one of the Black Callisto AMD Phenom 2, whatever the heck it is. I can't recall it all at this moment, but I got one of those. I have a Radeon HD 6850. It's got 2 fans on it. It's what I bought it with. I bought it with a whole bunch of extra fans because, quite frankly, I wanted to go hardcore or don't go hardcore at all. And I am not mad about that, because 6850 is pretty high up there. For 250 bucks, I think I have one of the best graphics cards I could possibly get, and that's going to blow up, but does some killing for me, so I'm not too mad about that. And then, of course, I got 8 gigs RAM, and at the time that was more than I'd ever need. But the more gaming, the more graphical, the like video editing and stuff I've done for high school before I graduated, I turned out to really, really, really utilize that. It really helped, and all that. So, you know, that's basically my build right there. I need to upgrade my power supply. As a matter of fact, I've been having troubles with it. Hasn't happened as of late, but it'd be shutting off randomly, and it never shuts off when I'm doing something important. Knocking on wood. But hey, you know, you take what you get, and for 50 bucks, I got a power supply. You know, I finally got an extra hard drive, so my 80 gig hard drive that has been less than 10 gigs, and I've been screwing around with it, hopefully keeping it above 6 or 7 gigabytes, you know, whatever the red marker is for Windows 7. It says, hey, you're going to have to do something here. Whenever it gets down there, that's when I go through and delete stuff, move stuff over to my external hard drive. But now I'm actually, I have VirtualBox installed, that kind of thing. I've got Windows 10 going on as well. I really, 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 really like Windows 10 from what I've utilized it. It's really Windows 7 plus Windows 8 on steroids. You know, I joked when I heard they came out with Windows 10 that they came out with Windows 10 because 789. But in reality, 7 and 8 just skipped over. Windows 9 would have been um, something crappy. It would have been a Vista. But they're skipping straight up to Windows 10 because 7 and 8 don't make 9. That they never will. They're going to eat 9. They're going to say, I don't care about you because Windows 9, whatever it was, it sucks. Trust me, Windows 10, I'm putting my money in the basket there. The cool thing is, it's at least the tech preview is a small, very, very small file compared to what the hell? Oh, Silverfish. Compared to what it was before with like Windows 7. I don't know about Windows 8. And for me personally, I like the smaller file because that means it's going to be a smaller OS, and the smaller you can get your OS while it's still maintaining that power and integrity of the OS, I guess. To me, that's much, much more important because you only get so much space, and if I want to say Windows 10 takes up what 3 or 4 gigs on a DVD, it's not that much. Windows 7 takes up like a full DVD compared to that. And of course, I'm pulling numbers out of my ass, but I do know it was smaller. Or at least it's smaller than the version of Windows 7 I installed. I don't know about the rest of y'all. So, a little bit about Windows 10, which I'm going to be talking about in a different episode, is the features. It really, like I said, it is Windows 7 plus Windows 8, and I really like what they did with it. However, I don't like how much I have to rely on apps themselves like you do in Windows 8. I wish they made a comeback with the not app market. I mean, you're always dealing with an app market, but I can just go download whatever I want. I like that mentality. I don't have to worry about, is this safe for my computer? I know it's safe because that guy installed it, obviously. All these people are commenting that Optifine isn't killing my computer. I can go ahead and get it. With Windows 8, you're going to run into issues, blah, 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 blah. And I'd just rather not deal with it. And Windows 10, I think, will be a little bit better about that, or it could be a little worse. But we'll see. As a matter of fact, or as I've said before here about a minute ago, I will be doing a full Let's Talk Aplenty on that. So if you made it through all this part of the video, you like what I'm talking about, you can go ahead and hit that like button, haha. And if you really, really think that Windows 10 is going to be badass, go ahead and leave a like as well. Riding off Windows, come on, baby. But really, if I need you to comment. I need you to comment if this fix worked for you. Jeez. Because that way other people will know. Go ahead and share this video, whatever needs to be done. That kind of thing. The more people that know about this fix, the better, because quite frankly, I don't know if it's an actual fix. But the more people that know, hey, if you install Optifine, you might get better results, that kind of thing. And of course, Optifine says you'll get better results. But, I don't ever trust a book solely by its cover. I do a little bit of research, and I found, on the whole, most people saw Optifine do better. There's a couple people that actually got worse frame rates when they installed it, and I'm like, no. You kids have issues. That was my thought process, because really installing a mod's not going to change much to your unless it's a graphical mod, like a texture pack, even though that's technically not a mod, but it is. I don't know how all that works, but I digress. So go ahead and leave a like, comment, subscribe, whatever you feel like doing. If you made it to this part of the video, go ahead and check out my other videos for exclusive content, winky face. That's obviously a lie. Now I don't know how to get back out of here. It's this way. Alright, so yep, this is the way out. Go ahead and mark it, and that'll be an episode for today. Kind of packed a lot into this particular video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget that I'm going to be posting weekly, and I know I haven't been as of late. I missed a week there or something like that, and that is really because of sleep and finals, and I just thought it better to go on and hold the phone on that video, but I will be posting videos to make up for it over this next week. This is one of them that was a surprise video to me, but be a surprise video to you guys too. But don't forget, I'm trying my best to do a weekly thing. College and weekly things don't tend to work out too well for me. That's where the water was. I'm like, why is there that there? Okay, so I'm digressing again. I'll talk to you guys in later episodes. And with that, this is Tina's Victory, and I'm outie.